Welcome to Eurofish Aquatics unboxing. We're gonna get started here with some longfin zebra danio. Okay, up next are another variation of danios. These are the leopard longfin danios. Alright, restocking on a new batch of Otocinclus. Looking pretty good. Looks like a good batch. Alright, restock on some Rummy Nose Tetra. These are called red butterfly goldfish. Called butterfly goldfish. Okay, up next is some red and white butterfly goldfish. These are ones I've never seen before. Okay, we have a client request. Someone called in. They've never been to our store, so they specifically asked for certain fish they weren't finding in other stores. Actually, a neighboring store was nice enough to recommend us to them, and so they called the shop and asked for this specific fish. So we brought some in. They're a little bit smaller than I had hoped so, but we have some bubble-eyed fish, goldfish, red bubble-eyed goldfish. So I'll try to show you the eyes here. They got those bubble eyes. They're super cute, goofy looking, and just a classic fish that you might remember from your childhood. So these there's those eyeballs. Okay, restocking on some decent sized neon tetra. Really nice entry level Shabunkin fancy goldfish. These Shabunkins are bred to look like koi, but they don't get as big. So if you have a, I don't know, less than 1,000-gallon tank, a pond, then this is probably the best bet, because a regular koi female usually needs a minimum of 400 gallons per fish, and a male would be 200 gallons. So these Shabunkins are much smaller. They only get about 10-12 inches. Alright, here's some stunning import fancy goldfish. Here are some 4.5-inch red white Ryukin. They're a little disoriented. Can't tell right side up, so I'm gonna hurry. Oh, there we go. Get them out of there. Beautiful big bodies, beautiful stunning fins. You guys see these in person in our 300-gallon pond just for them. There you go. Almost look like they're short body. I'm gonna get them out of the water. some black Medaka rice fish. Okay, we are restocking on some really small juvenile flying foxes. Flying foxes. Basically Siamese algae eaters, and they'll get rid of your hair algae or prevent you from ever getting it. They are schooling though. Okay, as I'm sure you see in the background here, towards the bottom of the screen, and there's obviously a lot of discus, beautiful fish in there. There is some roseline sharks, there are some rainbow fish, mostly discus. There's some cories in there, but we have some beautiful locally bred German blue rams, black rams, midnight rams, and now to add to that, some beautiful electric blue rams. This would be a beautiful centerpiece fish for 10, 20, 30 gallons. The only thing is about rams is they need warmer water. So we keep them here at 86, 87. That's because they do better, and that's where they come from, and they stay healthy that way, and they make perfect tank mates for discus. So now we have 4 forms of rams. We have over 100 rams here that are locally bred. They look like they're full grown, but they're literally 4 months old. Their lifespan anywhere from 2 to 3 years. You can see this bottom corner here. Right there, there's a bunch of them. But here, if I actually you see some of the beautiful black rams down there. So yeah, come check those out. Alright, that's some restock on some beautiful pygmy hatchet fish. Pygmy hatchet fish. Pretty much have them in stock all the time now, so come check them out. Perfect for nano. Restock on some yellow dwarf brahmi. Alright, well, restock on some pygmy corridora. True pygmy corridora. Perfect for your nano tanks. Usually don't bring in platies, but I found a new species that I've never heard of or seen. These are paradise, bird of paradise, platy. Wow. These are amazing. Bird of paradise. Interesting. There's another nano fish for you. Here's some juvenile sparkling grommies. Horrible footage. Sorry, guys. Here's a popular Cory. These are your juvenile albino corridora. We've got juveniles and some adults too available. These are the nice blue tetra. Really like these. Blue tetra. Now restock on some Norman's lampi kiwifish. Alright, here's a pretty rare Collie Loach. These are spotted leopard Coolie Loach. Okay? Spotted Coolie Loaches. Alright, here's some Dumbo-eared Pingu male guppies. We will be bringing in a lot of guppies in the next few weeks. So make sure you pay close attention to that. Dumbo-eared male Pingu guppies. Dumbo-eared male guppies. Alright, here's a new Penne Pleco we've never brought in before, which is crazy to me, because we've brought in a stunning many species of Plecos, especially when it comes to the Royals, but this is a Papa Penne Pleco. It's the L90. L090. Try to get a better footage here. Huh. Interesting. And I brought in one more specimen, since I'm not used to this Pleco at all. Really beautiful. That see-through tail on a Penne Pleco. I've never seen that before. Very, very cool. We have two specimens. Nice and healthy belly. Good looking Pleco. So we've brought in a lot of knifefish over the years, but I never remember bringing in this one. This is a zebra knifefish. Try to get it to move here. A zebra knifefish. Decent size, you have to come check it out. Alright, only gonna show one specimen, but we got several beautiful, healthy Amazon puffer. Amazon puffer fish. Really like these guys. One oddball, weird fish. Here is your Farowella stick catfish. Basically really good algae eaters, and they look like sticks. Come check them out. They'll be in this aquarium. Here's a fish we've never brought in before. These are your blue hillstream trout danios. Blue hillstream trouts. Part of the danio family. Beautiful fish. Wait till they color in. Got beautiful stripes on them. Come check those out. They remind me of the Brillis aridens, but they're not. This is a different species. A little bit more affordable too. Okay. It's been a while since I've been impressed. Super excited for this live bear here. Swordtails and discus are my ultimate favorite fish in this hobby. They always have been, always will be. I love a lot of stuff. Stingrays are awesome. I love them too. They're definitely, probably number 3, but swordtails get me every time, and it's hard to find super rare swordtails that I've never seen before, because I've seen it all in 35 years, because I'm a Xiphophorus helleri enthusiast. So this one here is one we've never ever brought in before. This is a stunning, beautiful cauliflower, red wag cauliflower swordtail. And they're called cauliflower because their dorsal fin is bred to be so big that from the top it looks like a cauliflower. It just folds over many, many times. Stunning specimen here. And they have the saber tail. So if you look, it's not like a regular swordtail tail that is pointy and sharp and long. This is called a saber tail. It's shorter, yep, you can see that. What a stunning specimen. Wow. I'll show you another specimen that's very similar, but different in its own way. Yeah, these are world-class swordtails that are ahead of the curve. I mean, this is really popular outside America. All of Asia is breeding these. All of Europe is all over it. USA is just now catching on. I mean, if you guys really do your research, you'll understand that there's only very few places in the whole country that has swordtails of this caliber. And I'm going to point out something right now. These are top of the line breeders. And you know why that is? Because their gonopodium, which is their male reproductive part, is actually functional. That is a normal gonopodium on that fish. So that means that these can actually breed true. So what an investment. They are not cheap. They're overseas. They're not going to be your $5 to $10 swordtail, I'll tell you that. We only have 3 specimens. I'm keeping one. I have some regular female saber-tail, red-eye cauliflowers to mate with these. And that'll give me babies of both kinds and really get these swordtails going so that I can eventually bring the price down. But cauliflower, saber-tail, red wag, swordtail. And here's the last specimen of the 3 so that you can see the range. Look at that. See how short that tail is? That's not bitten off. That's called a saber-tail. And this one is stunning. It's just beautiful in its own way because if you look at that cauliflower dorsal fin, it's black on this one. And then it fades to a really beautiful red. I mean, what a nice swordtail. Sorry. It's hard to look at it through the camera when I want to look at it. What's up? There's that cauliflower. Yep, he's a breeder too. You see the gonopodium, which is the male reproductive part, fully functional on all 3 of them. Well, these are definitely breeding stock. Okay, lots and lots of fish available. Restocked on some products, definitely restocked on frozen foods. Yeah, I know I'm the go-to place for that, so I'm fully stocked on frozen foods. Lots and lots of rare and exotic, beautiful species. We got nano fish, we have beginner fish, we have rare oddballs, everything you're looking for. More plecos than any other store in Washington State. I mean, literally over 20, 30 species, if not more, available at all times year round. Also, we breed our shrimp in-house. Lots of our fish are locally bred here. I would say over 50% of the fish that are in-house are locally bred, down to our CPDs. You know, guppies, snails, so many locally bred fish. Our discus, our angels, axolotls, rice fish, Medaka rice fish, guppies, swordtail smallies, platies, all kind of locally bred stuff. It's really unique here. The rams, 4 types of rams. You got locally bred ones. I mean, that's difficult to come by, difficult to find. So come check us out if you haven't already. But I'm going to be running a 25% off all monster fish that are over 6 inches. If a fish is in this store and it's over 6 inches, including plecos, it's going to be 25% off. So for the monster fish people, or you want something rare and exotic, it's a good time to come get it. I'm also going to, kind of go through that and mark the prices down before I add that percentage off. So definitely come check out the monster fish. But anyways, last but not least, I've been waiting for these for a while. These are the Peruvian albino Altum angelfish. Peruvian albino Altum angelfish. There's only 6. They're gonna go fast. They're not cheap. Obviously, they're super rare. I mean, most Altums are, but these are albino Peruvian Altums. Come check those out. Appreciate you guys. Always looking forward to seeing you on the next unboxing.